This is a quick review of the LEGO Minotaurs game. It's 2 to 4 players, 7 aged and above, and a game takes typically 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, inside you'll get a bag of LEGO pieces, a good instruction book, and of course, good old LEGO, always some spares. I've already assembled this one. I told you this was going to be quick, and here I am breaking it, getting it out of the box. Good old LEGO, easy enough to repair. Okay, so simply put, you get yourself a situation where you have a maze, and you pick a colour, and you have one of 3 figures in the corner. You have a very specially odd designed dice, and it's only got 4 numbers. It's got a grey square, it's got a black square, and here entails the fun. Okay, so each person has a go in turn. Your aim for every single player is to move their pieces towards the centre. The centre here has a special little raised building here, and this is the home of the Minotaur. The Minotaur himself is actually a figure for the board. He should start in the middle there. I'll actually turn him around so you can see him a little bit better. And he also moves. So each player in turn rolls the dice. They either roll a number and move that number of squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example. Another player has a go. They roll a 4, for example. 4. And each player in turn gets to move their piece. And you can move multiple pieces, so it's round to yellow's turn. They've moved 5 now. I'm doing this really badly. 6, I can move a second piece out. Now, somebody rolls a grey, and they get to move or place a grey wall. And there are spare grey walls on the sides that aren't yet in play. You can do this to block an opponent, or possibly, as you'll see more strategically in a later, to block or impinge the movement of the Minotaur. So, when does the Minotaur move? The Minotaur moves on the 8. He gets to move immediately 8 squares, up to 8 squares in any direction. And each player, in effect, in turn, has the chance to play the Minotaur. Now, this can actually be difficult for younger players because they've got to feel as though they're doing the best for the Minotaur, let's say, and not picking on somebody. It's also difficult if a younger person feels like you are now attacking them because you're controlling the Minotaur. This is something where certainly in one game caused some problems, and all I would say on that is I would recommend the age range certainly is 7 and above. I wouldn't go any younger. It doesn't really work so well. People seem to take the Minotaur attacking them personally. Simply put though, if the Minotaur were able to reach the position of any of the coloured players, that person would immediately go back to their home position, and the Minotaur would immediately go back to his home position, and he would start his run again. Okay, it's a great game. As you can see, it's dynamic because you get to move the grey pieces. The green pieces shouldn't be moved. This is just me trying to repair quickly the bits that I snapped off whilst I was setting getting the game out of the box. By moving and placing these grey units, you get to not just block players, but you also get to block the Minotaur. So this Minotaur, if he was going to charge this white player, can't. Also, the white player has to go around, perhaps to find another route towards the middle. So as the game goes on, there's quite a lot of toing and froing of the Minotaur. Eventually, as the players get closer to the middle, some people like to move all their pieces in succession. Some people like to do single crazy mad runs. The aim eventually is to get your own coloured piece onto each of these centred coloured squares. Of course, 3 players, 3 pegs at the end, corresponding to the 3 pegs at the start. It's a simple 6-sided dice, so the odds on getting either a move or a grey or a black is as simple as 1 in 6 you get to place or remove or move a wall, 1 in 6 you get to be the Minotaur and charge somebody, trying to stop them getting to the middle, and the other 4 in 6 chances you'll get a number. You get slightly strange numbers, they're mostly odd. You get the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6. They're not mostly odd at all, 2 and 2. Anyway, I thought they're mostly odd, and great fun. Quite strategic. You've got to weigh the odds and risks against rushing for the middle, blocking yourself, protecting yourself sometimes so the Minotaur can't get to you. You could say, well, the Minotaur's in play here, maybe I'll block it from getting to me, keeping a clear run to get to the middle. Other players, of course, are against you and going to try and stop this. And at the same time, once a Minotaur has captured an opponent, so if you have been successful or someone's been successful and got a blue or a white, The Minotaur, of course, starts in the middle and then can come straight at you. So there's a real risk and a great sense of tension when getting to the middle. And although it's an interesting gambit, sometimes the last one single figure run versus the multi-direction attack, the games varies nicely. The setup and resetup is very quick, so even though all these grey pegs, let's say by the end of the game, have all moved all over the place, are all in play, Lego very sensibly supply you with a very simple template, which is, you can be flicked to do both sides, and it very quickly enables you to see which greys are missing and therefore need to be placed, and which ones are in the incorrect positions, because until you get the pieces all flat, let me quickly remove these and I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. Until you can actually lay, I'll show you exactly what I mean by that if I lay it correctly. Okay, I'm flummoxing myself here by having it in the wrong orientation, and I can see I've got an extra grey piece here that needs to be removed, and eventually get it to the point where you can lay it flat. I've got a green missing, I can replace that, and I can see I've got all these greys in position, and quickly do the same again by flipping the cardboard mask, and again I can quickly get the game going again. So it's very, very quick, very easy, and of course making your own mazes is of course an option. That's the fantastic thing about Lego. You're not just spending your money on a single game, you're spending your money on more Lego. You get a fantastic base to use and some great minifigures, and these are really small and sweet, great little knights, so some great additions to anyone's collection. Okay, so once again, just quickly show the box to end. It's the Lego Minotaurs 3841 Lego game set, and thoroughly recommend it. Adults and children, young and old, very good. Everyone's got different styles, many ways of playing.